The key word is division. We have another tyrant trying to divide the world. This time he uses fear to assault targets in the name of Russia. Whilst this may create anger amongst foreigners towards Russia, this war is not Russia versus Ukraine. It is Ukraine against Putin, his officials and his generals. For many years Putin, as all tyrants, has silenced his competitors, his critics and the media within Russia. We can no longer afford to be naive about this subject. A tyrant's goal is always ultimately to divide the world. Putin wants to be on top, to see two sides waging war. He does not care if his forces burn. His soul level is of a child, the one who would abuse others to climb on top. And he will undergo that programming until he finishes at a top or in a grave. Sadly, because he is gripped by madness, he can no longer evolve beyond this point during this lifetime. From the beginning of time, human societies have had the worker class, the philosophers and the guardians. The guardians protect the workers and philosophers from outside threats. The philosophers serve the guardians and workers by sharing their wisdom and experience. And the workers, they use their energy reserves to build and thrive. They all were in perfect unity. Then, strong and ambitious people wanted more. They divided the guardians from unity, thus creating an army. They used force to conquer and enslave the workers and philosophers. When that era came to an end, it was the greedy or envious worker or guardians that infiltrated the philosophers by calling themselves the politicians. They used their cunning words to divide themselves from unity, placing themselves on the throne of illusion. For long they echoed their venomous words so that the guardians would no longer protect the unity from outside threats. Instead, the politicians would use the guardians to enslave the workers to their own ends. Putin, the tyrant, he wants the East to fight the West. He uses his trade partners as a target for people's hate. Anyone who views Russia as their enemies will do the same to any partners of Russia. Putin will have quickly China, India, Kazakhstan as a target for Western countries to see as allies of Russian war. This brings division. Division brings hatred, and hatred brings suffering. Now more than ever, we need unity. We as the workers, we as the guardians, we as the philosophers. We need to view all countries, no, all humans, as equal. The only enemy in this war is division. This absurd war has been brought out by a mad tyrant, his poisonous politicians and wrathful generals. I employ everyone to stand together, not as Ukrainians, not as Russians, not as Europeans, Asians, Africans, Americans or Australians, but as humans. Every human is equally important as every other human. This brings unity. Unity brings love, and love brings peace.